We're going to start with this explanation of cylinders, or practice problem using cylinders. This part's not on your notes, so just follow along. Cylinders are just like prisms. They have parallel and congruent bases. The bases just happen to be circles. So the same formula that you used on last night's homework will work on a cylinder. It's just when we find big B, when we find area of the circular base, we use the formula for area of a circle. Area of the base is pi r squared. And so, we practiced with this a lot this year, pi r squared. It tells us to use 3.14, so we're approximating pi as 3.14. And then, remember everything we did when we were doing circles. Is this 8 centimeters the diameter or the radius? Have they given us the diameter or the radius? The way it's marked, where it goes from the center to the edge, that tells me that that is the radius. So the radius is 8, and I'm squaring the radius. If it went all the way across, I would have to remember that's diameter. I need to half that before I substitute it for the radius. So the area of the base is approximately 3.14 multiplied by 64, because 8 squared is 64. Now you don't have to do this. I know you can do this. You don't have to do this. Use a calculator at that point. As long as you write the formula, substitute the values, then it's okay to use a calculator. You get 200.96 approximately for area of the circular base. That means, let's say this was my cylinder, 200.96 square centimeters for my base. But the volume of the prism will be, well, how many layers of 200.96 do you have? Do you have 1 layer? Or do you have 4 layers? No, I have 35 layers, because I have 35 centimeters in between the bases. It's just layers of cylinders. And so this is why the volume is area of the base multiplied by the height. Volume is approximately I can't do that with tuna cans in my hand. The volume of the whole cylinder is approximately 200.96 multiplied by the height of the cylinder, which is given as 35, the distance between the circular bases. And when you do that on a calculator, you get 7,033.6 when I round it, centimeters cubed, because its volume is 3-dimensional space. 3-dimensional. It's how many cubes worth of space is taken up by the cylinder. So, calculating area of a circle is a little harder than calculating area of a triangle or a parallelogram, but we got plenty of practice with both, and so this isn't that much different than what we did yesterday.